And lazima nikuulize, what would a Raila presidency looked like? What would have been different from a Kibaki presidency or a Ruto or an Uhuru?
My novice political mind, I'm like, hawa watu wameenda kutana na Uhuru na mzee ni mgonjwa. So they have written him off ama ni nini.
Can Sakaja be trusted? And I have a reason why I'm asking if he can be trusted. And nauliza kama anaweza kuwa trusted because of two filmmakers.
When he used to say, niliongea na Jacob Juma before he died, he's not lying. People asking, kwani unaongeanga na kila mtu before akufe? Yeah, niliongea na Saitoti. That's what he said. People were like, hapana.
So, how was he as a person?
Raila Odinga as a person, my God. Raila was many things. Raila was kind. Raila was very thoughtful. Raila was very sentimental. And I keep saying that if Raila was not a politician, then he could have made a very good poet and musician.
Okay.
That was Raila for you. He was very in touch with his feelings. He also was very in touch with people's feelings. And and there's something that we used to call him Mzee. We never used to call him PM or Your Excellency or
not even
Sir.
Baba.
Baba, yes, we used to call him, but me, I used to call him Mzee, and I think he liked it. He used to light up when I call him Mzee. And even when I call him, I tell him Mzee, then and he'll identify you by name when you call him.
Yes.
He'll tell you, yes, Dennis. He was a very present human being. He was not your ordinary politician, and I think after he died, that's when people realized this guy was different. It's sad that people never experienced this man when he was alive, like I did. I'm happy that I experienced him when he was alive. He's not another Mandela that I read in the papers. I'm a Mahatma Gandhi, apana. There can only be one Raila Odinga, and that is Raila Odinga I worked with. Who became like a father to me, who was my boss, was my friend. Raila Odinga was my fellow fan in football. Arsenal, I'm a biggest supporter of Arsenal in this country. So was Raila Odinga, tuko pamoja.
Na tears.
Yeah.
My injury
yeah, I know. Kama saa hii tunaingia weekend takombaya, but
so tu hapo ndani tu.
But Raila was that. Raila was everything. Raila was something to everyone. Everyone experienced him in a different way. But holistically, Raila Odinga was a good man. He was a good man. He was a very good man. Two things he taught me: patience and the ability not to be petty. He was not a petty man. I think people took advantage of that because ungeenda uambie mzee mtu nani amesema hivi, angekusikiza.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have that time. So people knew over time you can't approach him and tell him this. But he was also very patient, and he was a builder of confidence and coalitions, and he was a very visionary person and very patient. I've never seen a patient person kama Raila Odinga. Shock of shocks. I don't know what your experience is now, politicians, but you know your politicians are like gods. There are politicians who believe that they can do to you what God cannot be able to do to you because you pray every Sunday and you don't see results. But these politicians they can bring you results. Or
can snap their fingers.
People believe that politicians can change your life over time, overnight, which is true.
Yes.
But Raila was this guy, if you call him and he doesn't pick up, he'll call you back. That does not happen with Kenyan politicians. They don't pick calls. They have barred their calls. They have favorites. They call and they don't call. The moment someone turns into government, they turn into something else or become governors. Raila was not that guy. Raila was a proud iPhone holder for a very long time. So he will go, iPhone has this feature on it that all calls that come in are missed, they are read, they are classified in one corner, the other one. So he'll swipe to left, on the right, he has all missed calls, and then he'll sit there, he start making calls. Atarudisha zote. So when you hear people saying mzee alinipigia niliongea naye, it's true.
okay.
si mchezo, it's true. And when he used to say, niliongea na Jacob Juma before he died, he's not lying. People are asking, kwani unaongeanga na kila mtu before akufe? Niliongea na Saitoti, that's what he said. People are like, hapana, there's no way uliongea na Saitoti, ukiongea na Jacob Juma, ukiongea it's true. He had no reason to lie because he's Raila Odinga anyway. So that's something I saw about him that was very, very different. And something else I also saw about him was that he used to remember the people. What walikuwa wanasema, unajua Raila ni ati kama mfuko yake iko na nyoka, ati akiingisha mkono kwa mfuko nyoka inamuuma, haizi kupatia kitu. That he was a mean guy. No, he wasn't. Several times, and we made this mistake I think in 2022, tukamwambia mzee, unajua we're getting a lot of beating when you're sitting for strategy meeting from brutal side. Unasema you're mean, we're not giving people money, church, we're not donating, all those things. He said, let it remain like that. Because why will you announce money you're giving someone? Why will you want to announce?
Okay.
Yeah. So he will send us with money, and it's a lot of money, millions sometimes. And I'm telling you, pesa, but don't announce it. Yeah, it beats the purpose why you're going to announce money you're giving to a family. Yeah. Don't announce it. But nilianza kuona after 2022, I think, because I think he was not planning to run again for president. Then now it became apparent when he was giving out money, give Gor Mahia 2 million or something, and then they will announce it. He will not announce it,
yes,
but he will give them. He never used to say how much he has given. So media will interpret, niliona hiyo figure inakaa kama 2 million, kama 3 million, or they ask the officials. That was Raila Odinga for you. It was many things to many people, but to me, he was a good man.
Because pia Kasmuel told us the same thing, that he was very generous. Nakumbuka akituambia, like you would never... watu walikuwa namjua as an generous person. But now, easy, out of these personal interactions, one of the things that you said that stood out was when you're saying that he told you that the beneficiaries of a revolution. So what else did he say that stood with you? Because you're a beneficiary of revolutions. That one was a very interesting, because we always assume if you occupy a state house na Raila ndemfanya tukaoccupy, he's the one who's going to benefit. Kumbe there's no guarantee. You don't know who's going to benefit.
Many other things, to be honest, many other things. Raila had a view about death which I inherited as well. He used to say, and that's why when he died I was not shocked. I was saddened. Because he used to talk about death every time. My first encounter with Raila Odinga was, I think, in 2002, but personally, face to face, we were flying with him to Northeastern for a referendum campaign. That time I was a cameraman at NTV. That time Nation, that time Nation TV. So we were flying a police chopper. I don't know how we got ourselves in a police chopper. I don't know. Maybe because Akwame, I don't know whether he was still minister.
Yes, alikuwa minister. Alikuwa fired after referendum.
Exactly. So tulikuwa na Bona Godana Maremu, some members of parliament from that region. We were going to Mandera for a circuit. So Garissa, Mandera, Wajir. Then I think we slept in Marsabit in Bona Godana's hotel. I remember I was very young that time. So hiyo chopper ya polisi, they had improvised the tank ya mafuta, so ilikuwa katikati ya ndege ndani, so that it can fly for long instead of refueling. So instead of Mulanda, I don't know, Mandera, you refuel, go to Wajir. So your tank ilikuwa imejaa mafuta namna hii. So he made a very dark joke. He said, gentlemen, sisi vile tumekaa hapa, sisi ni kama sausage. Because hapa katikati, this is frying oil. This thing goes down, this water will be fried like sausages. Then he laughed, but it wasn't a very easy thing for others who are on the plane,
especially when you are aboard.
Exactly, especially and we had taken off already. And over the years now, when you tell him someone has died, he will say, that's fine, it is sad, it will touch him, but he'll say it fascinates him that when people die, at what during what time do they arrive on the other side? Unasikia? Very very clever. Anasema unajua sasa kuna wenye wanafika asubuhi wanapata wengine hawajaamka. Kuna wenye wanafika usiku wanapata wengine wamekula sapa. Kuna wenye wanafika 10 wanapata chakula ya saa 10 imefanya nini imeisha wanaletewa chai. So it used to fascinate him a lot. And then he used to say, what kind of conversations do people in the yonder have? Yeah. But he used to say again that you can never influence, you can never decide how you will die. But while alive, you can influence how you will want to be remembered. That's very powerful. That stuck with me. That you will never decide how you will die. You will die anytime, anywhere. But knowing Raila Odinga, I think he'll have wanted to die in this country, not in a foreign country.
Oh, okay.
Not in a foreign, because he loved this country, bwana. And as he got older, in my eyes, I saw Raila grow old in my eyes every election year, and I used to see this election has denied him 2 years. This election has drained him 4 years, because he was the only candidate we had. I mean, putting him out there at his age, asking him to be up at 5 because we have an interview at 6, needing him to be in Kisii at 7:30, 9 p.m. in Marsabit for a dinner, following day Mombasa at 8:30 for a rally. And he was one guy. That was a lot. So each election year, I'll sit with him and I have a feeling, Mzee is aging. In front of my eyes, Mzee amechoka. He's aging. And then he had these quiet moments. Unajua vile, unaona tu wazee tu. Unaona kelele, ataki kelele. Nikianza na yeye alikuwa anapenda kelele. Coming into a rally and it's charged, it really used to amaze him sana. But over the years, he didn't want that noise. He didn't want that noise. Even when he's talking, he didn't want people to shout. Ilikuwa inamsumbua. Alisema wewe kijana wewe nyamaza. Ama he didn't want police harassing people. So he mellowed with time.
Yeah.
So I saw myself grow and I saw him age.
Okay.
I don't know whether I'm making sense.
Yes. Makes sense. Yeah.
So that was Raila. That was Raila. So those 2 moments stood out for me, sana. But he loved this country because, like in 2018, just before the handshake, 2027 we lose election. I go to Karen, tuko peke yetu, and every election tukipoteza, mzee alikuwa anabakingi tu peke yake. Watu wameenda, so people have become governors, members of parliament. People are going back to their constituencies.
Yes.
Others are going to be sworn in. Others will call me and say, unajua, a governor called me and said, unajua nyinyi, mzee was not very serious na hii election. And I'm like, you idiot, but we came to campaign for you. You can't say that.
And you won.
And you won. Yeah. So now you think mzee was not serious about the elections and the agents or something like that? But mzee, in his characteristic way, he will pick up the pieces again and we start building again. So he'll call you and say, naenda Kisii mazishi, where are you? Mzee ala accompany you. Unajipata mwe na yeye tu kwa chopa. Unajipata hapa Nairobi West, hapa Madaraka. There's a place, there's a small restaurant hapo ya marafiki zake wa kitambo. Go there, we eat our fish. Sisi tu. Mimi, sometimes Oparanya. Mzee peke yake.
But that time, of course, you make sure the citizens don't know, because watu
wakijua wanakuja, they'll come in their numbers, but mzee had this way of anawasalimia tu anaenda ama anawaachia kitu. And again he will say, don't tell anyone. Wapatie kitu, but don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. So tunaanza tena kubuild naye, then pole coalition inaanza kuform, and then now the who is who wanaanza kushow up. People start owning him now. So access to him, even for those ones, sisi kama wenye tulikuwa nafanya naye kazi, access becomes a problem now. So we have to start fighting among ourselves. Mpaka we sit in a room and say, Jesus, we have only one candidate. We have an election to win. We don't have to fight among ourselves. Wacha mzee ashinde kura. Akishinda, he will stay in State House. Sisi tutakaa karibu na State House because tutakuwa government employees. Ama sisi wengine tutafanya biashara na serikali. Ama sisi zingine, we will be so happy that we have Raila Odinga as president. We don't even want to do anything. Unajua mimi nilikuwa naambianga mzee, when you become president, I don't think I want to do any job in government. I just want you mzee, when you have a cabinet meeting, you just ask where is Dennis. Nakuja tu hapo naonekana, that is power. Then he will laugh. He will say, you know what you're doing. I said, mzee, I know what I'm doing. I just want you to become president. We had our moments with mzee, and you will disagree with him. You will disagree with him kabisa. So he will bang the table. You will tell him, mzee, this is what I think we should do. He will, lakini after that, after amebang meza hivi, hiyo story imeishia hapo, we pick something else, we go.
Okay. And lazima nikuulize, what would Raila presidency looked like according to wewe?
For me,
for you to say that you just have wanted him to be president, and this is something that I've heard from a lot of people. But kwako, what do you think it would have looked like? What would have been different from a Kibaki presidency or a Ruto or an Uhuru? What do you think he could have done differently?
If you look at 202, post 202, and the kind of leadership Raila brought into government under Kibaki, public service ministers like Dalmas Otieno, health minister, Anyang' Nyong'o, and how the economy grew then, because people were saying, digress kidogo alafu nirudi, people were saying it was a Kibaki administration. It was not a Kibaki administration. It was a coalition. If it wasn't for NAC coalition, we would not have had a Kibaki admin. So if you look at how Mzee ran that regime ya Kibaki, and how he ran as well as prime minister, the energy he had, and the way he was fighting for performance contracting. He's the one who introduced performance contracting in government, where ministers were forced to sign performance contracts at KICC, I remember very well. So a Raila presidency will have been like this. Methinks I could be wrong.
Yes.
The biggest defender of devolution was Raila Odinga. The biggest architect and supporter of devolution was Raila Odinga. And he said this in private, he said this in public, that the national government takes a lot of money and their job is policy, and denies county governments money and their job is implementation. Okay. So I feel he'll have flipped allocation to the counties, that national government gets less, counties get more. Because, again, then he'll have denied members of parliament CDF. Wafanya legislation. That way, these members of parliament will have become the servants of the people. They are representatives of the people, not power brokers in government. I'm a businessman in government, because the CDF wound your contractors, wound your suppliers, wound your everything else. And Mzee was opposed to that. Merit. Raila Odinga hated mediocrity. If there was a regime that I would have wanted to see, it was a Raila Odinga regime based on merit. Why do I say this? When he used to cobble up his campaign team, you will see he has an economist, he has a lawyer here, he has an industrialist, I don't think he'll have dropped that approach when he became president. I don't think so. And if Martha was to be the running mate, then again, Martha Karua is a raborauza and is a stickler to the rule of law. Martha Karua has nothing in her name. Hana pesa. Angengia kwa serikali, no strings attached. Push those who were supposed to be pushed. When your neighbor wawende jela. So I think the fear was a Raila Odinga presidency will have been a very more open government. As much as people were saying he will have been a Uhuru Kenyatta project, Raila Odinga was bigger than a project. You will not contain him in a bottle.
Yes.
You can't. You could not have contained Raila Odinga in a room and say we gave you power. Raila Odinga will have even left the presidency and go and stay with the people. That is the feeling I get. Raila always knew when to switch to the side of the people. He always knew. So for me, the presidency of Raila Odinga will have been a more open government, a government that truly, truly believes in the implementation of devolution. Truly, truly believes. Yeah.
Cabinet ingejawa jaka.
Hakuna kwanza unajua mzee, let me tell you, wewe wakati hii handshake ya 2018, tulienda bana kama his loyalist. Tukamwambia mzee sasa, now because Uhuru has fallen out with William, si tuchukue half of this government. Tuchukue. Uhuru needs us now. Tuchukue kitu. And we will go, tunaongea tu, lakini unajua unaongea kwa distance because he will shut you up. He didn't do it. He refused. even ma CAS hizi cabinet positions because napatiwa all friends in town alikata. We try to coin it in a way that najua mzee also need to have experience how government runs, so it's okay we transition as CASs kama state parastatal chiefs. Akasema hapana, no, we form our own government, tutaingia kwa hiyo serikali. So I don't think your ujaka thing will have applied. Okay. I don't think so. Hii ya 2022, hii ya William Ruto, hii ya handshake ya Ruto, it's a bit different because I said this somewhere and I'll say it again. If there's a community that has suffered collectively to a man for the sake of this country, and I will say it usiku na mchana, is the Luo community. And
why unasema hivyo Jenny? Ni jia sindi waga kwa frontline kwa protest.
Yes. You are the Wajaluo ndio experiment ya hii kitu. Kama unataka you have new tear gas, experiment na Wajaluo. If you have new bullets, peleka Kisumu. New body bags, peleka Kisumu. And it's not a joke. It's sad, but that's the truth.
Yes.
That's the truth. So I think mzee alifika mahali akasema, I think so, I could be wrong. I think so alifika akasema, I mean, what will I give back to my community now that I'm not going to run? And the political bases that have supported me over the years.
Yes.
So he said then, if I have to be consulted, then niwapelekea maendeleo at least. I also give them government positions. So that's why akina John Badi, they're in power. Akina Joho from Coast, Oparanya. There's a lady from Turkana who used to be an ODM. She's the ESA, I think, minister now. An ODM official. I mean, in Raila's arithmetics, if it wasn't for Raila, that lady should not have become a CS. Why? Why should it become? Because you come from Turkana and you are a former member, you are a staunch supporter of Raila Odinga and you're an ODM Central Committee member. No. If it wasn't for Raila, but because it was Raila, and he knows the journey has walked with this community called the Turkana community.
Yes.
He appointed that lady. He said, that's the lady I want to be a CS in this government. I want Joe in this government. I want Oparanya in this government.
I don't think old lady what to mention. People always mention the four.
No, the lady is there. A school. She's also a school. A school. Yeah, she's from Turkana.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
He appointed her as a CS. I think our appointment came later.
Yeah,
Hizo za kwanza za kina Joe ndio zilikuwa so prominent, but hiyo ilikuja baadaye. So I think he got to a point he said, okay, then let me reward some members of my community. Let me also fight for them to get some form of development where it has never been. And one of the things I think he had negotiated, and he told me this, is an SGR, I think, all the way from Naivasha, Kisumu, Malaba, ikielekea pande hiyo ingine. A few airports hapa na pale, moja Kisii. He had a plan. There's a place he wanted to see this country go. And I think he had gotten to a point where he felt, let's bring this country together more than divide it. Because I think he also saw his time is coming to an end. So that, I think, give it to him, he tried. Give it to him, I think he tried, yeah.
And his stories are like body bags kupelekwa Kisumu. Why do you think these people forgot that? Because I remember seeing a tweet about it majuzi when someone had put that just before the 2017 election, kuna body bags zilipelekwa Kisumu, and people forgot about that. Why do you think period? Because when you talk about the community suffering, I say it in a different way. I always tell people that I'm very conscious of how violent governments can be. The reason why I'm conscious to that is I saw what happened in Kisumu. I saw it in 2007, I saw it in 2013, I saw it in 2017, I saw it in 2022, I saw it in 2023. A lot of people opened their eyes in 2024. So how ndio tutakwambia Ruto is the worst, and you're like, no.
Wait a minute.
Sisi tushaonaga hizi vitu. We've heard of Mungiki being given uniform in Mathare. Unajua tushasikia hizi vitu zote.
Yes.
And we know governments can be violent. So kwa nini nafikiri
watu sahau generation yetu ya millennials, I think we have been, unajonga vile unaweza funga kuku kwa mti for a long time, ukifungulia bado ndaa kubaki kwa hiyo mti. That's what we've gone through. Yes. Yetu. We forget so fast. And mimi nilishangaa kwa mfano when Raila died and the people came to say how good he was. These are people who denied him the presidency. 15 years. They made sure he never became president of this country. And we are there cheering them and clapping for them. And I'm like, okay. Others betrayed him. There's a guy, he made sure, he got him out of nowhere. He became a member of parliament. He became governor 2 terms. This guy, Bana, when we went to campaign in his region, Bana, this guy stood us up, Bana. Mpaka tulichelewa kuenda. We were supposed to start kusema jina yake ataniua.
Iko Nini.
But tukafika mpaka kwa airport, Bana, hata kuna magari za kutupeleka mahali mzee anaenda kulala, and we were sitting with rage. Yeah, because this guy felt Raila is a nobody to him. And he was there saying how good he was. Nikasema hapana, no. Yeah, wengine they could abuse him, they come back again. Mzee anatuambia shuka kwa ndege, wacha huyu mama ingie, wacha huyu mzee ingie kwa ndege, and we are like, mzee, these people, yeah, they deserted you, but Raila was not that guy. Raila was this guy, ule mwenye amemwacha ni anaenda kumtafuta, anatuacha sisi kwa, because he knew si hakuna mahali tunaenda. You're like my children, nitakuwa hapa. Let me go look for that one. But talking about body bags, I think it was a systematic way of dealing with this thing, elections, that we isolate this community to a level that tukimaliza elections, the only people tutasema who want power by kupitia mlango ya nyuma ni Wajaluo. Okay. So they start laying ground. How do you lay ground? 1 week before elections, gari zinapita hapa Nakuru zikiteremuka, polisi wanapelekwa. So they are beating us into submission. They beat an entire community into submission fast. Psychologically, they prepare you. Hata mkishinda hii kitu tutachukua. Then wanaita press conference, like 2018, they called a press conference, wakasema government has intelligence that people are arming themselves. People are buying machetes in Kibera. Okay. So you're like, kama mko na hiyo evidence, why don't you arrest these people?
Yeah.
Okay. Mara unasikia government inunua tear gas, imepelekwa Kisumu. They release photos of body bags. Hizo body bags, mpaka you're sitting in your house, you are like, so you're planning to actually kill people. Then I don't know whether they used to prevail upon embassies as well. Either they share with them fake intelligence. Wanawambia we have a feeling there will be violence in Kisumu. Why will there be violence in Kisumu na Raila anaenda kwa president? Why? Kama 2022.
Yes.
Why release such reports that US citizens have been warned not to visit Kisumu? Why? Why? So over time, over time they were laying the ground so that they make it so violent and so nasty for us. For the mimi si Mjaluo, mimi ni Mkisii.
Yes,
for the record, unajua watu wanasemanga niko na sura nyeusi kama Mjaluo. Mimi ni Mkisii. But mimi, I know the role was played in this country. And the price they have paid. I think kitu ilianza na Jomo. Imetupata hapa saa hii. Maumau tulipigana collectively. Hata Wakamba walipigana na Mbeberu. That's what they're called. Hata Wakisii, watu wetu walienda kupigana na Mbeberu. But electoral justice in this country, the highest number of people who have borne the brunt and the price is the Luo community. Mi nakumbuka 2017 hapo Olympic primary. Tulienda. That time nilikuwa komedia. 2017 ama 2013.
Yes.
There were around 67 bodies. First walikataa watu wasitoe mili. Hii mochari iko hapo kwa roundabout, what is it called? City mochari. Walikataa.
Nairobi funeral.
Yes. They refused to let family members take the bodies from there. When they agreed, mili katolia kupelekwa Olympic primary. RFUA grounds, I think. Raila was going there. Do you know police came with their tear gas? Those videos are there. do you know mili ziliangua kutoka ndani ya coffin? Do you know that people's bodies fell from ndani ya coffin, zilikuwa juu ya meza? There were around 67 bodies.
Is this the video nikonaona kisho?
I think that's the one.
Majuzi niona certain video where Millie Odhiambo was being shown bodies. Could it be that one?
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one. Okay. So people, you can't forget such things.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't forget such things, but we get to forget because unlike Gen Zs who want instant, not your Gen Zs in instant coffee. Yeah. Machine, what do you want? Espresso? Hot chocolate? Unafinya inatoka.
Yeah.
Sisi millennials bwana, ile shida tumepitia.
Traumatic.
Mpaka wazazi wetu wanatumbua vumilia. You know, you're in a bad school, your parents tell you, mimi it was worse for us. Wewe kaa kwa hiyo shule vumilia. You can't tell a Gen Z that.
Yeah.
So they want instant results. So that's where we clash now, Gen Zs na sisi. So, and that's why they're able to forget so fast. But as I said earlier when we started this show, something has happened in this country. Bila ulisema social media imekuja, internet tuko nao sahi. I don't think people will forget this. They won't forget.
But do you think it's important for them to know this is not the first time it's happened?
It's very important. It's very important. And again, we don't have a reading culture in this country. We don't. And sasa artificial intelligence imeharibu kila kitu. ChatGPT. Sasa mambo imeharibika. Sasa mambo imeharibika. Intellectual levels zetu zitaanguka. Mambo imeharibika. Everything in shortcut. Mambo imeharibika in this country. So ile hard paper, ile kitabu unasoma kabisa, unaweka maka katikati, unaamka asubuhi unasoma, hiyo mambo imeisha. So, but it's important for them to remember these things. And it's important for them to read about it so they can be able to understand that people are saying now they are our friends. They were our worst enemies. They killed people in the past. Now they're presenting themselves as saviors. But again, it's the Kenyan politics we have. Jana nilikuwa na watch news. Hizi by-elections za Malava, Beere. And you look at the mobilization. Government is mobilizing. Unaona watu wengi sana. The opposition is mobilizing. Unaona watu wengi sana. You're like, these are the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the same people. Watarudi nyumbani tu. Na mtu anakwambia mimi I'm voting for mtu wa UDA because of ABC and D. Mwingine anakwambia I'm voting mtu wa DCP because of ABC and D.
Yes.
But that's where we are. Pia levels of poverty pia zimetusukuma sana mpaka pesa kidogo, you vote this way or that way. But ndugu zangu maisha iko hivyo tu.
Alafu lazima nikuulize, how did you learn of Raila's death? I always tell people that mi shida yangu na kuwaga ni late kwenda kwa kitanda, late kuamka.
Yeah.
So nitaenda so I remember that day I think I slept at around 5. So by the time naamka ni 10. So nikiamka ni 10, I think I get a message from like Iko Nini fans like, hey Buddha, tunangoja reaction yako to like Raila is dead. Unajua from like the way he was larger than life. And they're like, Raila is dead. Then now you have to go and check kwa media, and then you find out like, damn, he's dead. But now where you knew him on a personal level, so that had to be very different from CC. So how did you learn about it, and what was the first feeling?
Okay, nilikuwa Nation. I was at Nation Center. Nilikuwa nimefika hapo around 7 o'clock. We had an interview there. Governor Sakaja was doing a TV interview with Nakina Eric Latif. I advised Governor Sakaja on communication and strategy.
Okay, mwambia kuje Iko Nini.
Atamleta.
Waga nimemnyorosha lakini.
No, atakuja. Yeah. All these platforms. Nilimwambia nakuja hapa akasema I want to come there. So atakam.
Okay. Sawa. Poa.
Mnyoroshe tu ni siasa.
Yeah, okay, sawa.
So, ni siasa nothing.
Naelewa. Yes.
So, nimekaa hapo, mtu akanipigia simu. Mtu alinipigia simu, hajanipigia for a very long time. The last time alinipigia was I think 4 months ago. When bodyguard wa mzee alikufa. Joji. So we were very close na Joji. Because I've worked with him for a very long time. So akaniambia ndugu, ananitanga ndugu. Ndugu Joji amedai. Nikamwambia I'll call you. So nikampigia baadaye because yeye ndiye aliniinform. So nilipoona simu yake 7 in the morning, 7 a.m. 7:15 hivi. niko na simu yake ya Keta anaitwa Keta Onyango. Keta kana ndugu, you know why I'm calling you. Nikamwambia hapana, no.
Oh, so you just knew that if he was calling you had to be about
And
Raila.
I knew I mean, why will Keta call me at 7 in the morning?
Oh, okay.
So akaniambia I'm calling you again. Nikamwambia no bana, usiseme hivyo. Akaniambia it's true. Nikamwambia but India saa hii ni mchana. I heard mzee went for a walk this morning. Because I was just keeping tabs.
Yes.
I had a small procedure imeisha. He has gone for a walk. Lea alikuwa zui na nani. So we're just keeping tabs. You don't have to ask mzee, but you ask people around him. Akoaje, he's fine. Or he's resting. Or try mjioni. So that's what we used to do. So in that circle, we'll ask each other. Mzee akoaje. So when he said that, so nimekaa na hiyo information. Nimekaa nao from 7. Ikifika 8:30 naona Joel Geo wa Nation Media. Niko hapo tu, governor kwa TV. Governor pia.
Oh, so this time you didn't tell anyone?
No, nimekaa tu hapo tu. So wakachukua break. Governor kanita kaniambia I'm hearing, kaambia yeah, I was so hurt. So pia akachanganyikiwa, I didn't know what to do. So akasema, do we cancel this interview? Do we continue? Nikamwambia no. Tuendelee tu. Akasema this is hard. This is so hard for me. So 8:39 ndio simu zinaanza kuingia sasa. Mzee amekufa. So between 7 and 8:30 I was just sitting there with that information like this. So nikaona Joe amekuja kwa studio. So nikamuuliza Joe, are you prepared stories? Because I have worked with him before.
Yes.
Akaniambia yes, but not many. You know, in our media house, we always think we will never die. I heard of politicians. Yeah. I remember...
Do you always think you'll never?
We will never die. Sisi hatukufangi.
Yes.
Your messengers are kufangi.
Yeah.
So we are told, prepare. You do a story about Saitoti. You do a story about Kibaki. You do a story about Moi. Like I remember Rita Tinina aliambiwa afanye story ya Moi. And Rita died a few years later. Yeah, she did a story about Moi. It was packaged. It's a dark place. It's a dark way of communicating, but you have to be prepared. Serious media houses do that.
Yes.
Yeah, especially if someone is ailing, unaambiwa sasa wewe fanya story ya Kibaki. Because he has been taken ill. Fanya story ya Kibaki.
Okay. So ni ile tu
in preparation.
Just in case.
Ile unatuma tu WhatsApp message.
It's a general story yake,
Yes,
life history, all those things.
Yes.
Package wake up. That's how serious media houses operate.
Okay.
So that's why nilikuwa nakwambia sisi kwa media tunaangi kama
si wenyewe
we can be on
okay.
Kwa hiyo barabara, we can also leave. So it makes sense.
Yeah, understand.
Kuna mtu anaambiwa andike story yake.
Anaambiwa fanya story. Wewe fanya story ya Moi. Wewe fanya story ya Moi when he was a teacher. Fanya story ya Moi when NDP walishikana na KANU. Wewe fanya. So there are many stories so that when he dies, when the rumor is confirmed to be true, then stories zinaanza kufanya nini Quran.
Okay. So walikuwa tayari washatengeneza.
Walikuwa wametengeneza. So nikakaa hapo. So around 8:30 simu zikaanza kuingia. So kila mtu alikuwa anamwambia yes, nimesikia but let's wait to be confirmed. So there was communication from State House, I think. We could not even tweet about it, so we were told tungoje State House now. Government will take charge of this. Will take over from here. So that's where I was at Nation Center. I was not shocked, but I was very saddened. That's what I think I told you that. In my heart of hearts, I thought we would have lost Mzee in 2020 during COVID.
Okay.
Because I saw him at his worst.
Alikuwa msick,
Sana. Alikuwa msick sana. What the public didn't know, they saw him when he just came out of hospital. But he relapsed after kutoka hospitali. It got worse.
COVID still?
Yeah, COVID. He got, I think, another round of COVID. It got worse. He was on oxygen tanks. We'll carry the oxygen tanks for him. Anakula na oxygen pipes. Kwa mapua. Lakini anakula food. It was very difficult time for him. He had turned into something else. So that is the only time I feared, mzee anaweza tuacha ama nini, because COVID had really done him a good one. And but he used to tell me we will overcome this, but in my heart of us I'm like, hey, mzee, tutatoboa kweli? Are we gonna do this really? Because it was bad.
Okay.
It was the COVID had eaten his lungs. Vibaya sana. It was bad, but he made it. And I remember there's a time tukikaa naye kwa nyumba. I used to go and see him like every day. Tumekaa naye, so he had eaten lunch. Then we were having a conversation kidogo. Unajua akikuongelesha, mzee was a fighter. So utaki aongee because he's struggling kukula. He's breathing na hizo pipes. He's tired. But he'll crack jokes with you. He had a way of cracking jokes. So in fact he served me food. Ilikuwa ugali ya yellow. I don't know ugali na pikonga na nini. Na omena.
Okay.
So akaniuliza ati omena mnahitaji nikikisi. Nikamwambia mzee, the problem is sisi kama wakisi we feel sisi we are the original Luos. Akacheka akasema hapana. Sasa wakisi na Waluya ni Wajaluo in fact. So that's why you don't have a name for omena in alafu akaniambia unajua in Kisii we have Ondieki, we have Onyango, we have Onyango. We have all those people nini. Then akalala. When he woke up, there was an image that was sent. Part of our political leaders had gone to State House to meet Uhuru Kenyatta. Hiyo time tu mzee ako mgonjwa.
Yes.
So I'm looking at that photo. Mimi in my novice political mind, I'm like, hawa watu wameenda kutana na Uhuru na mzee ni mgonjwa. So they have written him off ama ni nini. So nikamwonyesha picha, nikamwambia mzee, see our politicians have gone to meet Uhuru. Akaangalia picha akasema no, that's good, that's part of the plan. I'm like, in my head I'm like, mzee, maybe hao watu wanaona ni kama unaenda kukufa. In my head sasa.
Yes, you can't tell him.
These people think you will not be here. But he bounced back, man. He bounced back, and he told me personally that Uhuru really came through for him when he was sick. And he stopped everything to make sure that this guy was given the best treatment. Even Ruto Sai, as much as people don't like him,
yes,
he went out of his way to make sure that this guy is taken care of. But again, story for another day.
How was that story kept a secret yake ya COVID? Because I don't think I ever heard it.
It was there. In fact, when he was diagnosed with COVID...
I remember your diagnosis.
Yes.
But the fact that it pushed him to...
It was bad. It was so bad that, Mzee used to keep tabs with his team. So everyone will call him. His driver will call him. His gardener will call him. He was always available. So there's this week... Hata si tuko najua akitoka hospitali is fine, is resting. So you'll call him... He doesn't pick up. We got a bit worried, but when you call the people in the house, wanasema mzee ako sawa amelala. So one day, I was told that people were being turned away from going to see him. That is not him. Mzee, even if he didn't give you an appointment, bora umefika nje ya gate yake, he'll see you. Atakuona. Bora achukue simu, umwambie mzee I'm out here. He will say, come in. He will be mad kidogo, but he will see you and he'll attend to you.
Okay.
He will. So when people were being turned away, the last person to be turned away, I think, was Tuju. The previous day, I asked Georgia kanambia, no, mzee is resting, he's not seeing anyone. Mimi na kierere yangu, kimbelembele, kierere is a bad word. Na kimbelembele, ni ujuaji yangu, I called him. Akaniuliza, where are you? So mzee akikuuliza where are you, he wants to see you. He's not just asking you ndiye ajue mahali uko. Nikama mzee I'm somewhere along Ngong Road. Nilikuwa hapa South B. Akasema come home, we have lunch. But when bila alikuwa naongea, he was very weak. Very, very weak. Amefika Karen kwa gate. Kufika, Georgia alikuwa mti yangu. Kufika kwa gate, Georgia ameweka sura ngumu. Namuza Georgia, uko sawa? Akaniambia no, wezi ona mzee. Georgia, si mzee ni amenipigia ati hapana, hizi kwa amekupigia. Hawezi muona. Joji mzee akosa ni nini, akaniambia bro wewe ni mtu yangu, wacha tu mzee apumzike. Nikapanic hapo tukiongea naye, mzee akanipigia Dennis where, nikamwambia the main gate I'm coming. So unajua Joji akisikia mzee akiongea,
sasa at least
sasa hawezi kukataza, utaingia. Kuingia na kutana na mzee, ajakula chakula iko hapo, kumbe nimemchelewesha. He was serious, he wanted to have lunch with me. Winnie amesimama hapo. So nikauliza Winnie, what happened to mzee again? Winnie akasema he relapsed. In fact, these were my words. Nikasema, if I knew mzee was in this state, I would not have come. So alikuwa amekaa nje kwa gazebo. So nikaenda, nikakaa, nikamwambia mzee, are you okay? Akaniambia, I'm okay. Hapo lakini there's a big tank ya oxygen. And he's trying to eat, he's trying to talk. That thing, hata hiyo chakula, I can't tell you how it tasted. I can't tell you. But tulikula na so that's time we realized, mzee ame relapse. But no one knew about it.
Yes.
No one knew about it. He could not walk for more than, he could not even take 5 steps without stopping.
Okay.
It was bad for him. But he survived. He beat that thing. So hii ingine haikuni shock. Ilinifanya nikakuwa so sad because I felt it was so sudden. Because when I thought it was worse, was during COVID.
Okay.
COVID was bad.
Yes.
COVID was bad.
But hii ingine, see, there was the rumor that by the time alitolewa Kenya, alikuwa hali mahututi.
Hakuna. So how come bas aliongea na watu wengine the previous night? Mzee hata alikuwa amepigia watu, people wanted to see him, aliwaambia wakutane na wao Dubai. That weekend we were supposed to meet people in Dubai. On a Tuesday I've spoken to people. I've recovered. This weekend I'll be in Dubai. Kuja tukutane in Dubai. He had called so many people to Dubai. I think I think Kini was gonna die or something. I don't know. Maybe that Dubai should have been his last time with the people. I don't know, to be honest. But he was okay. Even the people who spoke to him, even this thing caught, I think, the president by surprise, if you listen to what he was saying. Because he said, I called someone, I called another someone again, I called another. Because he was meeting some MPs, I think, from Nyanza in State House. He was meeting them there or something like that. He was planning, I think, to go to Kambani. Aliwaacha hapo akitoka mbio, akienda kuona Mama Aida. So there's no way something like that could have caught even the government off guard, the whole president. Yeah, so alienda aja ikuwa hali maututi shwali.
Cause kulikuwa na hiyo. Because I remember, when I reacted to now the day his body was coming, I remember nikiambia watu, I saw Ruto in a way I've never seen him. Najua kuna hii shot moja ilionyesha and he looked sad too. Unajua ile like genuine, ile hawezi act unless he's an Oscar award winner. So you on that day, what happens? Because I'm sure it must have been a very emotional day for you. Did you go to the airport?
Nilichanganyikiwa. I didn't go to the airport. I went to live in home. Nilifika airport nikatan because kufika kwa gate ya airport, there was no way of getting in. Nikatan, I came to live in home. Kukuja live in home, tumekaa hapo tukaambiwa mwili ikuji hapo tena. It's going to Kasarani. Before that nilikuwa nimeenda home kwa Mama Aida. The president was there.
Okay.
Kufika compound imejaa. So president akawa nani na Mama Aida. First walikuwa ground floor, then they went up. So there was a lot of commotion there. So we didn't know what to do. We didn't know. So we were there. I met even that Keta there, that friend of mine.
Yes.
Kamza Keta bana. Kaniambia, yeah, you are as shocked as I am shocked. Because this morning, afternoon in India, mzee alikuwa anatembea. He was fine. Alienda, he was just going to take a walk and then he collapsed. So ilikuwa tulichanganyikiwa bana. It was, but my coping mechanism was to go on TV and talk about mzee, I think. So nilienda Nation, nikaenda Citizen. I just went and spoke about him. So it was a very difficult time for us, but
see, nasemekanaga with such situations, the worst moments are when you're alone. So when you're alone,
yeah, I was with people. No, I was never alone. I met you. I was not alone. Yeah.
So uta interact na watu, but at some point you have to go home. At some point you have to be in that gari ukiwa peke yako ukidrive. How was that? That must have been rough.
It was tough. It was tough because this is someone I knew, and this is someone I didn't expect to die so suddenly. It was very tough. But when I had my chance now to pay my final respects,
yes,
is when the funeral day. I was lucky because I realized, and even someone there's a Buke who has worked with Mzee for a very long time. He wrote some article. Akasema, people who knew Raila Odinga and people who worked with him were never given a chance to bury him.
Yeah, okay. Even in Manyara wrote that.
Yeah, they were never given a chance to bury him. Raila was buried by people
who fought him.
So when I saw his body there, the final day before Zikwe, and I saluted his coffin, that's the day I said, man, this guy is dead. Because I said I don't want to see him in that state, lying in the state. I don't have them. So I deliberately said, I'm not going to watch news. I don't want to see him lying in state. I didn't see Raila in that shape. I don't have that photo of me. So every time I remember that Raila is dead, I remember Kibaki's body. That's what comes into my mind. That funeral state, that lying in state, that is the picture that comes, because mimi sikumuona akilala hapo kwa.
So first time uliview body yake ilikuwa yoli
hiyo sikuwa nazikwa.
Sikuwa nazikwa.
Sasa now mimi sijamuona, nimemwona ndani ya kopi, mimi sijamuona hivi. I said I don't want. It's my It's my far-fetched philosophy that why will I want to see someone dead?
Yes.
Why can't I remember him when they were alive? I don't like viewing. We will all die, but I don't like viewing people when they are dead. They are weak and they're helpless. Let's remember people when they are sitting and having a conversation. So I'd rather not view a dead body. A body. Bodies, when a body is dead, is dead. I'd rather view someone when they are alive. It's more impactful for me. So I had a chance to view his body, but I didn't do it.
So you only saw him at your Kango, Jaramogi?
Yes. That's when I saw him. Nani, I paid my respects. Nikaka. But in a coffin. Sikumuona ndani.
Okay.
But in a flag draped coffin.
Oh, so not his actual face?
No. I have not. I don't have that image of Mzee. I don't have it. I avoided it. I do not have it completely. I don't have it. I just want to remember him when he was alive.
Okay.
Live moments.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually understand what you mean. Understand Nanini, what you mean. And so of course kumekuwa na hiyo debate him getting a state funeral. And I analyzed this story, and Ruto gave a very interesting speech. I feel like the fact that watu wanachukia Ruto in quotes, they never saw the way. I felt like his eulogy was very powerful when he said he had a conversation with Raila, and he told Raila, I know this country has wronged you. I'm going to try and right some of those wrongs. And I felt like him giving him a state funeral was him trying to right one of those wrongs. And that wrong is the 2007 wrong, where if he'd actually gotten what he won, he'd have gotten a state funeral. So do you think that Amamindo didn't overthink your...
No, you didn't overthink it. And again, I think as long as he was alive, I think Ruto was willing to do so many things for Raila Odinga. As long as he was alive and the way he treated him. Uhuru tried after 2018, but I think maybe Yaka was for survival to see him through to the end, but they became friends after the elections. It was tactical in 2018, but after 2022 elections, I think they became very close. I mean, he started seeing this other side of Raila Odinga, which I think his handlers blinded him from seeing. That's my feeling.
Okay.
But for Ruto, first, initially it was for survival, because now Gen Zs are on his neck. Mzee has agreed to be the buffer zone between him and the Gen Zs and bring peace, pacify the country.
Yes.
But after that, I think William also got to a point, he mellowed as well as a leader, as a president. I mean, this is a statesman. This man controls half of the country every time we go into an election. This man, from the heart of hearts, maybe he has won 2 or 3 elections. Maybe this election, it can be contested. William will tell you he won it
fair and
square. But what about the previous ones, where he was agitating for a Raila win? And like he knows in 2007, we lost it.
Yes.
Now that because he became president, and at one point he was a Raila student, he said, then let me do this for him. It was politics, but to a large extent, I think William was returning a hand as well. Alikuwa anarudisha mkono. Alikuwa anarudisha mkono.
Iko Nini, nimeinterrupt show kukuremind juu ya LemFi. Kama uko US ama Canada na unataka kutuma do Kenya, register kwa LemFi ukitumia promo code Iko Nini. Hii itakuguarantee $20 cashback on your first $100 transaction. Alafu pia time una register, make sure umetick the 2 checkboxes za notifications ndio ukireceive info about amazing offers through newsletters. Na pia usijali, LemFi hawatumagi hizi letters za, yani unajua like ma messages za kipumbavu. Pia usisahau every time una transact $50 and above una earn points. Na the more una transact, the more points you earn and you can redeem them as cash ile time unatuma pesa. Alafu pia kitu nanibamba kabisa ni saizi ukitumia LemFi mzabaki umelipa pay bills na till numbers directly. That means mzabaki umehandle bills za maparo wako ukiwa hizo maside za States ama maside za Canada. Alafu pia we mwenyewe as a LemFi user baki umetafuta ile button imeandikwa get USD $20, ubaki umeinvite mabeste zako, na ukiinvite mabeste zako on their first $100 transaction unapata pesa ngapi? $20 cashback. So unangoja nini? Baki umechangamka, ingia LemFi. LemFi, international payments for everyone. Iko Nini.
Okay. So saizi uko Nairobi, lakini tuko tunakujua as the chief of staff wa Nyamira.
Yes.
This is the interesting thing. Hii stint yako ya Taita Taveta, somehow sikuwa najua juu yake. But your stint at Nyamira nilijua juu yake.
Kwa nini nilijua
when you quit, I was like, nani wana quit a government job? Like, who's this guy quitting corruption opportunities?
That's a good one. No, let me tell you, to be honest, unajua kuna kitu inaitwanga dignity of work. Na mi usema, and I could be wrong again, unajua mi usema 2 things in life. As long as you're not trying to be clever and special, God will always favor you.
Yes.
Because everyone is clever, everyone is special. There's a person who is clever than me, there's a person who is special than me. But as long as you're conscious to these 2 extremes, then you're able then to live with people. My stint in Nyamira was very interesting. I come from Nyamira County.
Yes, okay.
And when we lost in 2022, it was Mzee who said, let me see where I can take you. Because now it was shocking. We didn't expect to lose that election. So it threw us off balance. Kila mtu, it was crazy times. Even for Mzee's people.
You vile umesema tutakutafuta siku ingine, we have to.
Yeah, you have to look for me.
Yes, we need to go through your
exactly.
journey.
So nikakutana na governor wa Nyamira County who I respect. I respected him during my time as chief of staff of Nyamira County. But now you're a chief of staff, you have 100 people under you, but the best you can do is take tea in the office. You don't attend meetings, okay? And then someone has the audacity of telling you you're not working. So unajiangalia, unajiuliza, Dennis.
So kwa nini uko na attend meetings?
In his eyes, I was young. I was inexperienced.
Okay.
I don't know how government works. Maybe I can't be trusted.
Ilikuwa his first term ama second?
No. He was continuing a term here. The previous governor died, so he was completing. He completed 2 years because Mabaki now it was his quote-unquote his first term because he's eligible to run again.
Yes.
But this guy made it very difficult for me to work. And I didn't want... I sat with him and I told him, don't look at me as this young man. Look at me as someone who is a chief of staff.
Yes.
I am the chief of staff in the governor's office. I'm in charge of the staff in the governor's office. More than 100 people. So these people need to be paid allowances. These people need to be taken care of. These people they need many things to be done for them. So if I don't get to do them or voice their concerns, then I'll be counted as someone who failed. Yeah, so those are the differences we used to have with him. And he was never available for counsel. He was never available for us to sit down and say, I've been here for 6 months. This is my plan.
Okay.
Because he said, kaa kwanza, 2 months, 3 months. Haujajua Nyamira. But I grew up there. Fine. I don't know it. That's okay. Nimejua bas. budget making process, cabinet in a car, resolutions are done like this, communicating A, B, C, and D.
So do you feel, in hindsight, do you feel Raila forced him kukuandika job?
No. Hapana. It came from a good place.
Yeah.
It came from a good place. It came from a very good place. Because PIA, when I joined, he truly believed I can help him do some work. But I think quickly, in government, ukiingia, if you're not very careful, you become part of the furniture. You become part of and working in a rural county, huwezi compete na mtu mwenye ako na boma yake, anakula mshahara kama 100,000, watoto wanaenda local schools, ako na ng'ombe ya grade inampatia maziwa, ako na shamba anatoa mboga na atumii transport kwenda kazi, anatembea tu. You can't, that's a very comfortable person.
Yeah.
You can't wewe ako sawa na mshahara yake,
hana stumbling block.
So wewe umetoka Nairobi, first you understand the value of money and you understand the value of making sure that people get their allowances. So we used to clash. Your staff hawajapata ikitu, your staff hawajapata ikitu. So I became like a bother of sorts. So I quit.
Oh, okay.
Nikatoka. After 1 year, I gave my letter of resignation. There's a governor from another county called me and said, don't you rescind your decision. You can't burn bridges. I said there was not even a log. There was no bridge to burn. Hata ile log ya kuvuka mto ikuwa.
You're going nowhere.
Yeah, where was I going? There was no bridge here. So that's how I quit. Governor is still in office. He was duly elected by the people. They will remind you that every time. But again, the jury is out there. Let's wait for 2027. We see how it goes. But mine was to give back to society, to be honest, because that's where I grew up. There's so many people I grew up with. There are people who looked up to me as a young boy who are now old enough. They have grandchildren, and so they felt, kijana anarudi nyumbani kuja kufanya kazi kwa community. I really wanted to make a mark. So it's not going to happen. Yeah.
Okay. Na hiyo nini, so you quit Nyamira, inakuchukua how long before uamue sasa acha nirudi Nairobi? Shamba la mawe.
Nilikaa for some time. When I was quitting, I didn't know where I was going. I just woke up and said, kuna kitu inaitwa dignity of work. At least let me leave this place with some dignity. And then I had a conversation with myself. I said, I'm Dennis Onsarigo, bana. Yeah. This name must mean something to me. I mean, they know, bana. This name must mean something to me. Ndio jina nilingia now town. Yeah. So I came back, I think after 6 months. And then Governor Sakaja was gracious enough. He called me, said, no, come, let's work. So I joined this government.
Okay. So right now you work as there?
As advice on communication and strategy. Yeah.
Oh, communications and strategy. Yes, okay. Some of the gripes muaga na governor, sijui unaweza niambia maybe unajua what his plan is. I always feel like Nairobi is very dirty. And I always talk about, majuzi nilikuwa nimepata chance ya kwenda Cape Town. And I remember seeing all these garbage trucks and they are run by the government itself. Yeah, Cape Town. And I always wonder, why do we privatize things like garbage collection? Never makes sense to me because these are job opportunities. You can employ people. Watakuwa na, is it called pensionable income?
Yes.
Watakuwa na like, these are things we can do. Just because this thing has been done wrongly does not mean at some point it can be. Tunaweza correct to come to hivi. Alafu mufil ni kama with that comes I always say, and it's not just him, but I always talk about, even someone said, Mwafa alisema hii kitu, musema Kenyan politicians treat the youth as children. By that is, if I show up where the youth are, I have to dance. I find it to be very childish. Alafu, I have to, governor, inakuwaga indio yake. So, kwa mtu kama mimi ule ana feel like you're a young person, you can be the change. Like wewe unaweza kuwa ule mtu anatuletea the other way of doing it, not the way the old people used to do it. Kitu kama garbage, vitu kama hizo, are there plants mko nazo zile hatuoni? Garbage saizi inatumika ku generate electricity pia.
To be honest, garbage is a generational problem in Nairobi. But as you said, if it has always been like that, then why can't we do something differently?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a plan and this plan has been in place. Fine, we have bought trucks za kubeba garbage, 57 of them so far. They are not enough. We have improved how garbage is being collected in the city. It's again not enough. We have employed, I think, 3,000 Green Army youth from Nairobi to do that job, to clean Nairobi, to collect garbage.
I've never seen a garbage truck. Zinakaje?
Skippers, ziko mingi sana. They are 50. We unveiled them, 57 of them so far. Okay. And the next year we're supposed to be bringing another 110. Yes,
the Green Army I've seen, but
yes, Green Army na hizo skippers, because
let's see.
Look at Nairobi. Nairobi is not South Sea and South Sea Mosque.
Yes.
But Nairobi is big.
Yeah.
Now we also have a culture, I think, where we should national government should help.
Yes.
And as county government is trying as much as is some civic education of sorts, not even national government, some consciousness from our people that ile tunatupa hakuna we can only collect March.
Yeah, najua.
Unaelewa? Because kabisa tunajua hii ni mtaro ya kupitisha maji. Unatoka kwa nyumba yako unatupa takataka hapo nje. Government will not come to every house to collect garbage. Yes. It's impossible. Na pia kuna interests zinakujanga na garbage collection in the city. There are people ukijaribu kusukuma mambo ya collect takataka sana, or you want to privatize something, there are people will remind you that we put in your office, so watakusukuma in this way. But what the governor has done, apart from buying those skippers, employing new staff under Green Army, whom he has now put under permanent and pensionable.
Yes.
Okay, which is a good thing for him.
Yeah, that's
and good thing for these people, because the least person, I think, earns around 19,000 shillings.
Yes.
In this economy, that will push you instead of just sitting in the house. And there's a plan for you to get pension at the end of the day, and this will increase, of course,
with time.
Is to turn the Dandora dump site into a power generation site. There has been a conversation with a Chinese company. And I think we are at the final stages of doing this.
That's good to hear.
And this thing should be, I think, operational next year. So, and a part of that plan is also to bring in more trucks. Okay, that is the agreement we have with these Chinese. The little time I've worked with Governor Sakaja, I've come to see a side of him that people don't get to see. And maybe this is what is making people a bit impatient. Sakaja believes in processes and building institutions. He started with the health department. He removed medical superintendents from being in charge of hospitals. He brought in CEOs, of all the hospitals in Nairobi. Yes, 196 facilities we have in Nairobi. He turned Nairobi Water Company. He also did management changes in Nairobi Water Company, so that now we are able to run that place as a company more than a department.
Yes.
He wants to do the same for Nairobi. In fact, there is a company that has been set up. Should be gazetted any time from now. Nairobi Green Army, Nairobi Garbage Collection Company. This company will be semi-autonomous.
But it's owned
by the county.
Okay.
But eco-autonomous. Like kama Nairobi Water, the way it is autonomous.
Yeah.
Eco semi-autonomous. You run your own things. You get your own budget, run your own things. The way hospitals are being run at the moment. If we can do that, then we are able to make sure that the company can collect garbage, one, and the company can also give a chance to private collection companies to also do the same. So they are accountable to, what they do. You're paid, ukipeleka garbage, the number of rounds you do, they record, gari imeleta. But I think Governor Sutton decided, you can actually take an empty truck, useme gari imeingia, imetoka. So why can't we create a company that can be in charge of this thing?
Okay.
So he's creating a company, Green Army. I'll get the right name. I should be knowing this name.
Okay.
So that they can do that job. Okay. But it's an ISO. garbage brings people together. If people feel Nairobi is not clean, then governor is not doing anything. But there are places that have never had water. Places kama Langata, Jamhuri hawajakuwa na maji. For the first time, people are having water.
Okay, nikuwa naishi huko na it used to be a struggle. Like we used to have to buy water like every few days unanunua maji ya 1000. You know, in like if you're buying at least twice a week, that's 8000 kwa maji. Maji ya kanjo ifikage 8k. Nelewa? So saizi tunasema Langata, like hizo ma blocks, NHC for example.
Kuna maji?
Look,
I ask I don't know where you stay at the moment, but lately I am not seeing many water trucks doing rounds the way they used to do rounds kitambo.
Okay.
Kuna maji imeanza kuingia. We added another, I think, 3 million liters of water into coming Nairobi. There's a dam that should be ready again next year in June that will give us more water again. Governor knows this thing more than I do. But is he trying? Yes. Are people patient? Maybe not.
Okay. Yeah. So hiyo tumebonga juu ya so do you think it's ever going to reach a level tukimalizia history ya cleanliness that nitaenda katikati ya town ipate hizi trucks ushaziona kwa developed countries.
Nimeziona.
The ones where if you're driving you see them sweeping the road zikienda.
Tutafika hapo. We'll get there, but we can only get there.
Creates jobs still.
Yes, we can only get there if we collectively understand that garbage collection is not a county government function only.
Yes, okay.
It's collective. Yeah, people have to understand that. It's collective.
Ushaona ile video ya Japan and how they clean?
Yes.
It's ridiculous, man. Like hata garbage truck ni safi.
Kabisa.
Like Japan is... Hiyo niliona nikashtuka nikashindwa kunaendaje. Another issue tuko nayo na Nairobi ni security. I know security is a national function, but I always feel like the governor can make sure that amebonga na the national government to have enough police officers for things like hii simu yako najua ukitembea nayo katikati ya tao probability utarudi nayo ukipick a few calls ni very high. But this can also stop. Unacheki? Like saizi of course kuna developed countries kama England, London. Majuzi nilicheki London walianzisha hiyo like what is it called operation ya kusolve the phone problem and they were there grabbing people because London ilikuwa ni something like 7 phones per hour ama per minute. It was a very ridiculous number. Ni 7 phones per hour are grabbed in London.
At some point,
yes,
every 15 minutes.
Yeah, London, yes. Unatoka hapo tunajichocha na Arsenal. Umeenda pale Arsenal, sure. Phone yako imeenda.
Wow.
Yeah,
ukitembea nai kwanza nini actually there are high probabilities of you not losing a phone in Nairobi streets.
Are you serious?
London.
But walido operation so imesaidia sana.
Yes. Before that it was
bad.
Yes.
So Nairobi, how can we make Nairobi safer? Because I think security has to be a governor function. Like
I think Nile, because security as it's designed is quote unquote secretive in nature. So when we receive these complaints from the members of the public, from our kanjo askaris, that what wanaibiwa sana, there's always back channeling that is done. And I have sat in meetings where the governor is having a conversation with the regional commanders, Nairobi County, even the Interior Ministry. I have sat in rooms where he has made calls and say there is a public outcry, we need to do something. And when it gets to some crisis levels, they always come together and address the media. I think the last time we did was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
When there was a crisis in Nairobi, watu walikuwa naibiwa sana.
Na mavi, akinyusi.
Kabisa. So, but that is the only function that has never been devolved. And it was done like that because people felt if you devolve security, then you lose control of the police and the army, which is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, yes.
Because in other developed countries, they're sheriffs.
Yes.
Yeah. Semi-autonomous, people run their own things. They have their own county army. People do their own... So the National Guard comes later. Let the states do their own things. So that's a conversation we must have as a country going forward. But have those cases gone down now? Yes. Can we do better? Yes. we used to have gangs in town where people rob people in groups. Watu wanakuja kama 10, 15 wanakuibia. And you are like, how can this happen in the middle of the city where there should be police officers?
And
so they
during
set
the
up
day.
a team. They set up a team that now works close with the Kanjo Askaris. They work very closely. Even others were seconded to the county, by the way, by the national government. We have a chief inspector now seconded to the county government to try and coordinate security with us. But it's a national function. It's a national government function.
Yeah.
But now, because we run the county, it has to be a shared function. So we are trying as much as we can. To be honest, the governor is trying. But let's see. We still have 1 year to go.
Shida ingine niko nayo ni
Most of the things we will unveil them next year because zinaanza kuisha. Stadiums zinaisha next year. Barabara mingi zinaisha next year. Na ndio msikuja kusema ni campaign gimmick. It is designed like that. Zinaisha June, July. They will be unveiled. Trust me, I think, to be honest, I've worked with many governors, but this one, not because he pays me, this man has a good head over his shoulders. He knows
because another thing mi ile naonaga hapa especially Nairobi West ni manholes. There's a lot of manholes. And I remember majuzi someone told me a story that who was telling me this story, was it ni wife alinipatia hii story that anajua only one person who's ever been paid for kuanguka kwa manhole. It reminded me of a video, I don't know if you saw that video, happened early this year sometime this year, where a lady fell into a manhole and she was screaming.
Yes.
Kwa nini the county government does not take manhole seriously? Like hii njia ya nini naitwa what Nairobi West before you come to that mosque there were so many manholes that unaogopa because kuna kuwaga na watu wa kole on Fridays who drink a lot. Najua ushonaga and you're there like, yes, you might not like drinking from a moral point, but you still have to make the city safe for them. Those manholes mtu akianguka either atavunja miguu ama atavunja spinal cord ama avunje shingo. And I'm just there looking at them, they're like, Nairobi haiwako. You understand now from my perspective, because it's such a small problem. It can be solved.
Not even that. I mean, you go to places like in Kilimani where barabara zipitiki. But remember, barabara pia ziko classified. Kuna barabara za county that are managed by the county. Kuna barabara that are managed by CDF, run by members of parliament. Kuna barabara za kura na kera.
Yes.
Okay. And we have had that conversation in closed door meetings with these people because now you can't go out there, county government fighting the national government. We can't go telling people, hii barabara si yetu, barabara ni ya kera. Hii barabara si yetu, barabara ni ya kura. No, you take responsibility. So sometimes governor takes a lot of beating from the public because the public doesn't understand. Wanajua tuko Nairobi, hii barabara ijatengenezwa, kuna hii manhole, kwa nini ijatengenezwa? Because hakaja ajafanya. But they forget that this is a Kura government, a Kura road. This is a Kera road. This is a CDF road. People don't get to understand such things. But it's also good to say that I think we reached an agreement between us and the national government, I think last year, to try and get more funds because funds is also a problem.
Yes.
You can have so many plans, but if national government is supposed to give you a share of funds, gives you money late, or gives you your location comes in not enough, you can actually promise, but you cannot deliver. Inakataa. So the little you get, you have a bloated public service. You have to pay 19,000 workers. And those people have been there since time immemorial. Lazima walipe until they live through natural attrition or they live through retirement or they are sacked or something like that. But as long as they work, you have to pay them. So come up from government allocation from national government ni kidogo, then you do what you have to do, what you have. But it's a good thing that we're getting a lot of support from the national government, especially this regime has really supported the county government in terms of fighting to get us more funds because now this is an administrative capital. This is the gateway to East and Central Africa. Nairobi has to be Nairobi. So it should be a collective responsibility. So there's some support that is coming. There's some roads that are supposed to be built. Those manholes was a serious conversation last week, I think.
Yes.
Something will be done about it. But as I said, this is a collaborative thing. Care has to come in, Kura has to come in, county government has to come in. Now you cannot go out there and say, don't blame me for this manhole in South Sea because he or she yetu hiyo ni ya kera. You look like a cry baby.
Okay, because hiyo vile umesema kura na kera nikuwa na expect hii anatoezea zake za niliyempatia kura na nikera.
That's true.
Anakwaga mtu wa pan sana. So hii contract ilisainiwa between the government and county government. What was it? Is it like the NMS one?
Hapana, there was no contract. There was no contract.
Like what collaboration did they agree on?
To be honest, there's no contract. There's, this government was duly elected into office, and you can't change that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a collaboration of sorts. And they didn't say, oh, we are taking functions from you to wasaidia kufanya nini. Hapana. It's just, we want to help where we can. Ni kama when President Ruto goes to Siaya and county government of Siaya say we are building an hospital, nataka msaidie tupatie pesa kidogo. That is the kind of conversation we're talking about. Yeah. Alienda Makueni Jews, they were telling kuna barabara zijengwa nini, say it, but fine, I'll put money aside for the bridge nini. That is the inter-county and national government collaboration, and it exists kwa katiba. It exists kwa katiba. So there are no functions that have been transferred, I don't know to who. There's no city engineer who is coming to supervise the county. No. Government is running the way it's supposed to be running. And it will run its full term. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. I don't know why the media decided to. I think the president was saying we want to make Nairobi clean. Okay? Tumekuwa na takataka mingi, kuna uchafu, we want to make that does not mean that we can't do it as a county government. County government is still doing it. National government has its own function. Nairobi River Commission is one thing that we share between us and the national government to make Nairobi clean. Does it mean that we can't do that job? We can, but we don't have the capacity. I mean, we need 90 billion shillings. That's what they were saying.
How far is that thing?
It's ongoing well.
Watu wameacha kuangusha kinyesi kwa
No, that's the problem.
Nairobi
That's the
River,
problem.
'cause
Now,
Wakenya
what
ni
they're trying to do is fix the sewer system first, because there's a lot of sewer that is draining into Nairobi River. So those engineering works, malizane kwanza na sewer, then wakuje watoe structures along the river itself. Then sasa wakae chini na wananchi waambie, now you have to stop dumping in the river. Then tuanze kuona maji safi kwa river. It will take a long time. It can't be tomorrow. Ni culture. We have to change the culture.
Because hiyo kitu moja nilishindwa nayo, because I feel like, of course isiwezi blame the governor, but I felt like it's such a, we don't have to do it today. We have so many things we can do now. Kwa unasema ni 90 billion. I feel like 90 billion can be used to solve so much in Nairobi. For example, drainage mko na plan? Like, is there any plan? Because I've seen the Chinese have been able to handle it. So
the designers of this city, I think designed the city with maybe 1 million people in mind when they started. Now we are at 5 million during the days. At night, 7 million during the day.
Ian wanarudi
yes, wanarudi Kiambu, wanarudi Murang'a ya.
So 2 million.
Nairobi ilikuwa place ya kufanya biashara, hata ilikuwa na place ya kuishi.
We'll talk about the lighting pia.
Yeah, so drainage system is still a problem. But hii mvua yenye imenyesha the last few months, hatujakuwa na a serious crisis ya drainage kama the way we had last year. I don't think it has been there.
Kuna time expressway imejaa.
Yeah.
Because like hiyo shida ya expressway, I always feel
you
like
see it sasa ni national government. Maybe that's structural works hawakufanya vizuri. Maybe someone took a shortcut there. Yeah, maybe why should you have a drainage problem kwa expressway ilijengwa na Chinese?
But hao watu niliona they solved theirs. Kuna sijui one of their cities that was flooding and they were somehow able to solve it. So I feel like hizi vitu sometimes hii time unafanya benchmarking, those are the places to go.
That's true.
And these are the people to engage and find.
So drainage is a problem. It's still a problem, but that's why I think the Green Army was brought on board to try and make sure that they do the unblocking. What wanna block to block to this drainage system. Nairobi is designed in a way that every drainage system runs into another drainage system. So if one is clogged, then the other one cannot move. Margin rudi kwa surface. So there's a lot of civic education that needs to be done, which is being done, and there's a lot of unclogging also that is being done in anticipation that when you have long rains. Like this year when we were experiencing long rains, there was a serious conversation between the governor and the Department of Environment, the sector of environment, that we have to prepare ourselves for the long rains. And I'm proud to say that we didn't have many instances where people were saying that Nairobi mekua we took kuja na boats this time. At least we didn't procure boats to save people from, like we did I think last year. Last year was bad. This year we can comfortably say that something was done and something is being done. So it's a problem. The way Nairobi was designed, it is going to be a problem. Either governor is done with his 2 terms or another governor comes again, drainage will still be a problem. Just like lighting will still be a problem in Nairobi.
Yes, because
watu hawapendi lights. In Nairobi, watu wana vandalize lights. Why will you vandalize lights inakusaidia?
Because I noticed kuna zenye zilikuwa hapa ambassador ni basi hapo Sabina Joy. Kulikuwa zimekwa like some poles, but right now I can't see any of them. Sijui kama ni vandalism.
Most of them also, vandalism.
2 million people like living Nairobi, you'd assume wanatoka jioni. And I think I'm part of that, and you feel, I see, you don't feel safe maybe, and this is Moi Avenue. But Moi Avenue ni dark. Unajua kuna streets zenye sahi, of course, you cannot find me Tomboya past 7.
Utapigwa ngeta.
Yes, but there are those streets that you feel safe. So like, should I be maybe moving with the crowd? Actually, a lonely street that is dark is more inakuetia nini danger kuliko i place ingine kuna watu wengi. So I don't know what's happening. Is it a county job ama nizo unasema it's a government job? So
I think you're in county.
Vandalism. Ni county, but now you have to light up, and the kind of money that goes into lighting the city is crazy. And lighting the city is a security function as well. Yes.
By the kind of money, do you mean the hardware ama do you mean?
No, the kind of electricity bills you have to pay for you to light up.
If one thing we have in Nairobi in plenty is solar. Why not go the solar route to solar, small solar?
There are conversations around it.
Kusema I understand why za nini za Sabina Joy zilitolewa.
There are serious conversations around solar lighting. But the last I checked, there was a demo that was done about solar lighting in Nairobi. But we realized these things can only last for 3 years. So you are sitting there as a governor and you're saying, fine, this will look good optics wise, because I will light up the city for 3 years. Then after that, they become obsolete.
But
or do you want a long lasting thing? Do you want shortcuts? Lighting your solar itafanya for how long? Your batteries the last how long? 3 years. Then it's obsolete. So do you want to sit in a room and say, as a governor, because nataka kuwa re-elected, wacha nichukue za 3 years. We light up the city, watu wamenipigia makofi, and then after 3 years and we start another process again of trying to sort out this thing, ama we look for a lasting solution. The thing was this: if we are Kenya Power is run by government, partly run by government, and government has a big stake in Kenya Power. Why is it so difficult for Kenya Power to give us reasonable rates? So it can light up the city. Why is it so difficult? Why can't one government department have a conversation with another government department that we can't light up the city because we owe Kenya Power this amount of money, but we are lighting up the streets on behalf of
Kenya.
And it's a national, it's a security function as well, because we don't light up places, then kutakuwa na crime. And it has a bearing on how government then operates. if we cannot light up the city at night, we cannot extend the economy past 6 o'clock. That's what it means. But if we light up the city at night, then people are able to move freely and they feel safe to be in the city. People are able to be they will take more time in town and do their biashara. So that cannot happen because we cannot seem to agree between us and Kenya. And I'm not saying this as a spokesperson of the county. It's something It's something I have noticed. I've taken note of that. Sometimes there's this rigidity between government departments. That if your government, in county, sisi ni national government, then we will clash. We will not necessarily have to agree.
Yes.
Tutapigana tu hapa. So if there were serious conversations, and I think they're being held at the moment, is how then do we light up the city, but you also don't charge us exorbitant prices.
Okay.
Like you charge a foreign investment company running a cement processing plant in Athi River. Okay. Or at EPZ ya kutengeneza manguo. We must have those conversations. It cannot only be left to the county government to do it. Yeah.
Okay, alafu tukimalizia I think asante sana kwa kuextend kwa umetupatia certain limited time.
Yeah.
But tukimalizia lazima nikuulize this, and one day I hope Sakaja atakuja, but can Sakaja be trusted? And I have a reason why I'm asking if he can be trusted. And nauliza kama anaweza kuwa trusted because of two filmmakers. There's a film that was done in Kenya called, it's a documentary, inaitwa How to Build a Library. And Sakaja appears on that film. And it's something he promised on camera but never did. So can Sakaja be trusted? Unataka kujua aliuliza nini?
Niambie.
Nikwambie?
Yes.
Oh, so alienda hapo and there was a painting that was being sold. Yes? So people were auctioning for it, painting. So to go like 10,000, 20,000. Sakaja won it for 35,000. He never paid the 35,000. That's pocket change for him. Then another thing that happened was akikuwa hapo, when he was one of the guys who gave the speeches, akipatiana speech, aka pledge 2 million shillings. He never gave them the 2 million shillings. They are trying to repair ni Macmillan Library. It's a very interesting documentary. Najua, and it paints him in such a good light. Hizi ni stories mi nilijua baadaye, because after nisha interview the filmmakers, now I saw na reach out kwa filmmakers asemi ukweli, kwa nini akusema Sakaja kutoa hiyo do? Nacheki, because now people know these things. So your library is still, they're trying to still take it to the next level. The county government, walianza na county government ya Sonko, it took them round. The county government that they felt it was going to happen was ya Sakaja, bado inawapeleka round. So they feel like everyone else. So right now the debate around that library is nani ata build kiosk ama restaurant hapo. And county officials, not necessarily the governor, but county officials wanna insist they want a share because there's going to be money made. Alafu pia kuna choo, literally choo ya library, kuna watu wanataka watengeneze do na choo ya library. You understand? Kuna zile vitu sufanyaga zile hata Trump akituita shithole, we have to understand sisi ni shithole. Yes, but how do you feel something paints the governor like that? Like he can pledge 35,000 shillings and not pay. Wacha hata tuache 2 million.
The governor, I know that is not the governor who is being portrayed out there. And if I was to bring this to his attention, I think he'll pay it tomorrow morning. There must have been a problem. There must be an explanation why that did not happen.
Yes.
To be very honest.
The pledge.
The pledge that can he be trusted? That's what you're asking.
Yes, because pia kwa hiyo bado pia sasa wanampigia makofi aka pledge 2 million, which he didn't have to, but he on video. If you watch the video, it's out now.
Well, I think maybe it has not been brought to his attention. I don't want to speak for him, but I know when Sakaja says he's going to do something, he will do it. I'm very surprised that there's something like that because he has pledged and he has delivered personally.
Yes,
Sakaja delivers things personally. He doesn't even do it through his people. He does it personally and with so much passion. And I think it was 2 months ago when we were at Macmillan Library, if I'm not wrong. There are photos that I saw. I was not there, but I think he went there. He went there. And there was some progress in that library. because tuko kwa hii show sasa si uniruhusu basi niende nimuulize nikiwa
okay
kwa
ndo
show.
muulize alafu pia umwambia tumemuinvite
Yeah.
na tutadu more than 10 minutes
Can Sakaja be trusted? Yes. People voted for him on the premise that he can be trusted. I'm not vouching for him because he pays me. I've said that. I'm
Si lazima
vouching-
ujitetee, tunaelewa.
yes, I'm vouching for him because I think he has a good plan for this city. And I've seen it being implemented. I don't know whether the last time kulikuwa na public outcry that kuna shida ya madawa hapo Pumwani ama Mbagathi. I don't know. You can go online. Yeah.
I think that's something a doctor told me but that doctor I think also thanked SHA so there's a doctor who remember
SHA ilianza
telling me,
juzi, bro.
alikuwa niambia like hey, siku hizi ukienda kina Mbagathi kuna what
madawa.
but yes hakuenda to the next level so that's a county one
But it runs and then we bill SHA at the end of the month. I mean, SHA is paid after 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
But government, in terms of, because of that management structurally change, akaleta CEO and a board. Board sits and decides we're going to spend this money this way. It has brought a big difference.
okay
Maji the same. He has done the same. Governor is feeding 316,000 children in this city every single day.
hiyo program waga sijakubaliana nayo but it's a long
Dish in
story
account. No, it's an amazing program.
nakwambia
because-
it's a long story atuwezi agije hiyo
yeah, it's an amazing program. And when we initially started it, national government felt we are taking away the function of feeding. They will look bad.
Okay,
But
okay.
the government had to sit with these people and told them, there are things we can argue about, but let's not argue about food. Tusipigane juu ya chakula. Because these kids, we have increased enrollment ya shule because now kids they are not going home to go and feed. Parents are not in the slums thinking, mtoto wangu atatoka
Atakula
shule
nini
sangapi
shule?
ya kuja kule alafu arudi. They are eating in school, they're eating a nutritious meal. Hata wenye hawana hiyo tap to eat, hiyo kitu ya yellow wanavaa, they are still eating.
Okay.
And his plan is to get us to 1 million by 2027. That is a big number. That's a big number. So, I mean, for me, wachana na madawa, wachana na barabara, wachana na nini, mimi that is the biggest thing that has really touched my heart in terms of feeding these kids.
mi kile I'll say imeni surprise I always say I can change my mind I didn't know that kuna garbage trucks I'm really going to look
there.
up for
I'll
them.
send you
Do
photos.
they look like county ama zinataka hizi lori za kawaida?
Branded county government. Ndakutumia hizo picha
That's
leo.
good alafu a few people have been employed yes that's
Many.
good. That's what we
Hiyo
want to hear.
school feeding
Unatake those-
program, school feeding program, we have 400 people employed there as cooks, as drivers, as quality food as inspectors.
Okay.
All those people. Green Army, because of those trucks zilibaiwa za kubeba takataka, and there are many. It was just this year when he flagged off.
Okay.
27 of them at first. Last year we flagged off others. There are many bana. I think then hapo tumemfail kidogo because now we should have told you about it.
Yeah, because need kuziona because if you go to most developed cities one of the first things you'll see ni garbage trucks and you'll see it's a county function utaona wakisweep barabara
I don't think you'll
wakifanya
see
hizo
them
vitu.
during the day because we clean the city at night.
Okay.
Yeah, we clean the city at night and asubuhi naona sweeping kidogo inafanyika. But it's work. It's work. Yeah.
Kwa sasa majuu vile tunaonaga ni wanatembea even like saa 6 wakitafuta vitu za kunini so naga msana kimbia anachukua anarusha alafu anaendelea but Dennis this was worth the wait I think tumemgoja for over a year jo
of course.
if I was to look at the
One
message I
time,
first
bro.
sent you ilikuwa nini but it was worth it asante sana and I don't
you.
think I've had a lot of I even had Caswell here and you talked about Raila but vile you portrayed him in ways that I think even Caswell could not because
Yes,
Caswell
amepeleka
hakumjua
kwa
long
nyumba and
enough
stuff.
hakumjua long enough so asante kwa kutuonyesha pia that other side and we look forward to hosting you again tuongejwa 2022 na vile mulilia
Tafadhali.
alafu pia governor ambia governor akuje I have just shida yangu ni moja I hope ile story ya mobile studios mliachana nayo this is a mobile studio any youth claiming that they need a county government to build a studio for them is being funny. Let's have more garbage trucks. Let's have things that benefit all of us, not things that benefit a few
individuals.
A few individuals. So trying to look forward to your conversation. But I've really enjoyed this, Joe. Yeah, and I hope we enjoy.
Yeah, man, enjoy. Like
from case files to
To
also,
politics.
like you have the hardest job.
Yeah, I know.
Like representing the governor in Nairobi County.
Yeah.
It's work, but that's where we thrive. That's where we thrive. Mimi Musema, as we finish, we're going to win this election for him in 2027. After that, I will say ile kasi ya one term, that you can only be a governor in Nairobi for only one term. From there, we'll be flying to other places in the future.
So lazima iwa.
It's in our work.
Okay.
Yes, I'm the biggest.
So hii moja tukianza kuipatia timeline tungoje sakaja in how long, kusi tuko as ready as yesterday.
Nitamuuliza after this show ambaye boss sasa lazima ukuje kwa hii show because I think hawa jamaa hawaja kuunderstand vizuri.
Kwa sisi ni watu wanai mumpeleka mbio kama mtu wanai.
Yeah, and I agree. And it's a lot of responsibility. A lot is demanded of us. Sikutaki kudanganya, but watu Nairobi wanataka instant results. But for you to run a successful government, then some decisions will take time. Serikali ni ngumu kurun. Serikali ni ngumu. You have to have in place systems.
Yes.
It takes time. But pia watu hawezi kungojea sana na hizo systems zako. Watakutupa nje. But this one, I think by April next year, God willing, where now we start unveiling the many things now zitakuwa zimeisha by April next year, you will see a totally different picture of this county, and we're going places. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you for
si
yours
guys.
as well. Yes.
Tumeenjoy sana bana. You umetupatia history it's a whole package.
I know.
Alafu pia think wase walijam na sisi over the previous episode, sasa watajua sisi wabaya. It's the guest takes us where the guest takes us.
Kabisa.
But imekuwa triple threat 555 and it was worth it, man.
Amazing.
Yes.
Aje episode yako ni 555
Kabisa.
na imekuwa kali
Watch
sana.
it.
So yeah, kama kawaida vile susema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend. Tukimalizia tusema Iko Nini.
Iko Nini.
Iko Nini.